What is up, guys? It is me, Max, and just like Bastille, I'm back, obviously with one of their songs, which is called Doom Days, not Doomsday, Doom Days. And the song itself is so gorgeous and majestic, and it also has lyrics that make you think, and that is something I highly appreciate because it is not a given in nowadays music. But I don't want to get into that at all right now because the song isn't just awesome, it is also pretty easy to play because we've got this intro melody, and that kind of leads us into the exact same chords that melody is structured around. And those chords are not too crazy, they're like standard chords, but we do need a capo because the chords are shifted up. So capo on the first fret. The song is in standard tuning, so no worries there. And without any further ado, let's jump into the song. So first of all, we are going to take a look at this intro melody, and something I really appreciate about the song is that we always keep things fresh by not playing the exact same thing over and over again, but we've got some teeny tiny variations of the riffs here and there, but we'll get to that later. First of all, let's get the basics down. We start by putting our first finger, our index finger, onto the second fret on the second string. And we need an open A string, so the open fifth string. Well, not entirely open since we've got that capo. And now we go fifth string with our thumb and second string with our index finger. And that is all we do in the intro. And once we get to the actual beginning of the song, when the vocals come in, we just do that 4 times. And now we get to the only rather unusual part. I'm not gonna say difficult because it's just something you have to get used to. We leave our first finger exactly where it is, and now we take our thumb and we wrap it around the top of our guitar neck here, and we actually push down on the second fret on the 6th string. And now we go back and forth between the 6th string and the 2nd string. So we go 4 times as well. Now we lift that off. We still leave our first finger where it is, and we put our third finger onto the 4th fret on the 6th string. 4 times as well. And now we put our third finger over onto the 4th fret on the 5th string, do it twice, lift it off, and second finger onto the 3rd fret on the 5th string. And that is the entire beginning of the song. We do that twice. And once we get to the a bit darker part of the song, we actually make it easier on ourselves because we just go 4 times as before with the empty 5th string, 4 times with the 2nd on the 6th string, 4 times with the 4th on the 6th string, and now we just go back to an empty 5th string and do that 4 times. So instead of going, we just go. So the whole thing will sound like this. And we pretty much do that throughout the rest of this whole thing until we have the drums kick in, and once they do, we can still continue playing that riff, but I would recommend jumping into actual chords because the song gets more and more powerful and actually builds up towards this major, massive thing that kind of puts you in your place. And of course, we want to go along and take our guitars with us, obviously, and ride that train, so to speak. So now it's time to grab our guitar picks, and in case you were wondering where I kept that, well, in my mouth, but not fully in my mouth, but in between my lips. So I don't know, that's kind of what I do. you don't have to. You can obviously just strum along with your hand as well. You don't need a guitar pick, but it's kind of what I do. So those chords. The first one is an A sharp minor. First finger onto the second fret on the second string. Second finger, third fret, fourth string. And third finger onto the third fret on the third string. And now, since it's an A sharp minor, well, an A sharp minor, that's the way I should have emphasized, we have to mute the sixth string, so the lower E string. We do that by taking our thumb, wrapping it around our guitar neck, and just slightly touching the sixth string. So this time around we don't push down, but we just slightly touch it in order to mute the string. Our next chord is an F sharp. It's a bar chord, so we take our first finger and put it across all 6 strings on the second fret. Now third finger onto the 4th fret on the 5th string, pinky 4th fret, 4th string, and second finger, 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So we've got the A sharp minor, the F sharp, now G sharp, first finger onto the 2nd fret or 3rd fret on the 5th string, second finger onto the 4th fret on the 6th string, and third finger onto the 4th fret on the 1st string. A sharp minor, F sharp, G sharp, and now we need a C sharp, first finger on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, second finger, 3rd fret on the 4th string, and third finger on the 4th fret on the 5th string. And once again, we have to mute the 6th string with our thumb. And last but not least, we've got an F minor. So that looks like it would be an E sharp minor, but it's just an F minor. It's kind of confusing, but we're in the exact same shape. So we take our second finger and we put it onto the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and our third finger onto the 3rd fret on the 4th string. And those are our chords. A sharp minor, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and F minor. So what do we do with those chords? We basically just strum it down and up 8 times. So no special rhythm needed here because we just want to power along with those drums. So when we first go into these chords, so when we transition into this harder, more aggressive part, we just go 8 times A sharp minor, 8 times F sharp, 8 times G sharp, and back to 8 times A sharp minor. So we do that over and over again until he gets to the part where he's talking about those blue pills, and once that comes in, we pretty much go back to what we did in the intro melody, because we go 8 times A sharp minor, 8 times F sharp, 8 times G sharp, and now 4 times C sharp, and 4 times F minor. And we pretty much do that throughout the entire rest of the song until, and now bear with me here, those are like exceptions they put in to keep it fresh. At one point in the song, pretty close towards the end, you will hear it while playing along. It's kind of something you have to figure out how to time right. We go so as before with our first 3 chords, they pretty much never change, and now we straight up go to that F minor. And once we're at that point, the next section, or well, the next kind of, how do you call it? Repetition of that pattern is what I want to call it, starts off with a C. So we go and then we go back to the F sharp, the G, and C, F minor. So what you should keep in mind, our main riff here, or our two main riffs are A sharp, F sharp, or A sharp minor, F sharp, G sharp, and back to our first chord, the A sharp minor. Minor. I'm losing my ability to speak here, bear with me. And the second important riff is A sharp minor, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F minor. Those are the two that pretty much dominate this entire song. And you know what? That was the entire song. We're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, drop it a thumbs up, helps me out more than you might think. And if you haven't done so already and are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button somewhere down there. You'll be able to find it. And there is pretty much nothing else to say except for, as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.